अच्छा, उससे पहले मैं शॉर्ट में थोड़ा सा पूछना चाहूंगी, जैसे ये आजकल इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेजेस में भी इंजीनियरिंग डिग्रीज में भी जो स्टूडेंट से एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है कि वो रिसर्च पेपर्स लिखे। सो हरमीत, मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि अच्छा रिसर्च पेपर लिखने के लिए क्या अच्छा राइटर होना जरूरी है? डू यू नीड गुड कमांड ओवर any language to write a good research paper? And anyways, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, research papers are mostly written in English in our country, so mostly jo standard hai, that is English language. So research paper likhne ke liye kya command over the language is important or command over the technology is important?
I would say that first of all, research paper is one very hectic thing to do.
Yes.
I hate writing research papers.
Yes.
It's too tough, and especially when you have to go through the plagiarism check, that's the worst.
Yes.
Because if you're going to read at 50 places, you're going to pick up the vocabulary, you're going to pick up what they've written, and that will stay in your mind, and you're going to write it down, and suddenly you're going to get a good plagiarism score. So I hate that. I absolutely do. But with research papers, yes, it's for research papers, you don't need to have command over the language. You need to have command over what you're making. As I mentioned with the with the hackathons also, I believe that what you are going to do, having confidence in that technology and what you're doing is important to do. Because if you're not going to be sure about what you're writing, like if you're not sure about what you're thinking of implementing, how can you write it down first of all? Like I have decided that okay, ये एक load balancing का मैंने algorithm बना लिया है. अब मैं इस algorithm को लिखना चाहती हूँ, तो I know what I've made over there. So I can write it down, I can express it. Of course, some help from Google is needed where I need to know that अच्छा इसका introduction ऐसे लिखते हैं, इसका मुझे starting का program मतलब paragraph ऐसे लिखना है. But the rest of the thing, the entire paper is your own. It is very tough to do so in college because when you're thinking about all these things, you are so fresh with these technologies that you're working on. So many people are working on things that they haven't actually even studied. They're just like, अच्छा यार ये topic मुझे fascinating लग गया, चलो इस पे काम करते हैं. So research about it online, talking to your teacher, whoever is mentoring you is important. And then you will suddenly, start to describe that thing in the end, and then it's going to be your own paper. Definitely when you're going to write down about कि चलो मैंने आज ये ML पे project बनाया, so you're going to write down what is machine learning in the end at the beginning of the paper. Why don't you put in your own words which are related to your product itself, to whatever project you're working on? So then it doesn't become like too difficult. But yes, writing a long one, 3 or 4 pages is like a headache. I would say it is.
Yes. Tell us academicians about it. हमारा तो पूरा जिसे कहते हैं ना, career is based on research papers only.
I agree. अब कर कैसे ले, तो मैं तो यही सोचती हूँ.
मैं बेसिकली ये क्वेश्चन पता है हरमीत, मैं आपसे पुट अप क्यों कर रही थी, मतलब दिस क्वेश्चन आई आल्सो कैन आंसर, बट आई विल आंसर इट फ्रॉम अ फैकल्टी पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. But what I wanted to know was the student point of view. Because पता है जैसे research paper लिखना ना बहुत सारे students को अच्छा नहीं लगता है. They don't want it, but since कुछ there are some marks and grade applied to it, that's why उनको लिखना पड़ता है. And मुझे तो personally ये भी लगता है कि research paper लिखना ना should not be forced. Because a lot of people, जैसे let's say that will be the first time and last time they write a research paper, that is in college. Because वो अपनी पूरी जिंदगी में जो काम करने वाले, इंडस्ट्री में जाने वाले, या मे बी रिसर्च नहीं करने वाले, मे बी एकेडमिक्स में नहीं जाने वाले, तो वो लोग जिंदगी में कभी रिसर्च पेपर ना लिखेंगे. एंड मे बी कभी मतलब मे बी इन रिसर्च और समथिंग कुछ पढ़ रहे हैं तभी वो रिसर्च पेपर पढ़ेंगे. अदरवाइज मुझे नहीं लगता कि दे गो थ्रू इट. बेसिकली रिसर्च पेपर आज भी ना इट्स अ वेरी एकेडमिक्स सेंट्रिक थिंग. And research paper, yes. बताओ.
I'll add on. So I actually have 2 points to this, 2 very clear points about it. The first one being when you start reading other people's research paper, you will hear something new that they thought about. It will bring some new, light in your mind that okay, I did not think about this, probably this is what I could implement. And then like string 50 papers together. I mean इतना तो कोई नहीं पढ़ेगा, but then string 10 papers.
ये हम बोलते हैं कि 50 पेपर्स पढ़ो, कोई पढ़ता नहीं है.
मतलब मैं रियलिस्टिकली बोलती हूँ मैंने 10 पढ़े. So I will string those 10 papers together.
एक पेपर पढ़ के आ जाते हैं.
ये बात भी सही है. So I was actually told third year में कि हम या तो white paper लिख सकते हैं या research paper. So with white paper it is like you pick up 50 papers in theory, and then you're going to write down those things that you have found from them, but it's not your own brain. But when you're writing a research paper, you have to come up with something new, and then you probably will string those 10 papers that you read and bring up something new from them. So that is actually going to help you out. And second, I think force nahi karna chahiye, but it's helped me out in this industry. Reason being, that is because when I have this on my resume, somebody is going to ask me that, अच्छा आपने सिर्फ research किया था, तो that means आपने इसके बारे में पढ़ा होगा, तो आपको इसकी knowledge है. So from that point they start thinking कि यार knowledge है इस बंदे को, तभी उसने कुछ लिखा होगा, तभी वो कुछ implement कर पाएगा. So that actually does make sense to write a research paper. And in fact, I would say कि research jobs जो है वो it doesn't necessarily entail कि आपने मतलब like hardcore research job ही है. It's also like this कि आप जब technology नहीं develop करते हो, तो उस time पे भी lot of research goes into place.
Yes,
so
yes.
अगर
Reading.
yes, reading, and that paper shows कि आपने वो इतना effort डाला है कि आपने कुछ read किया, and then you finally decided to write something on it. So that makes a difference. That definitely does.
Research paper is altogether skill. It's a skill. Means, I mean, it can be taught, but you have to have interest in it, like लिखने के लिए.
Yeah, when the interviewer asked me about my papers, I've been like asked 3 or 4 times in my interviews till now, like in the past 1 year, I guess. So they have asked me that, अच्छा आपने research paper लिखा है, तो आपने इसमें ऐसा क्या करा क्या है आपने? And then they will hear your thoughts about it, and then they will see कि यार इसने ऐसे कुछ सोचा product develop करने का, या इसने कुछ सोचा ऐसा project बनाने का, and they will judge your thought process over there. So that research paper is
basically
actually
research papers are steps. Basically, it's
right.
Not exactly the technology. ऐसा नहीं है कि you are expected to be a scientist and invent something new. It is basically the thought. Means आपने कोई technology के बारे में पढ़ा, उसमें जैसे let's say एक छोटा सा चीज आप कह रहे हो, suggest कर रहे हो कि ये चीज ऐसे भी हो सकती है, तो you list out the steps in that, जैसे methodology. तो basically research paper is basically breaking your project or breaking your technology which you are working on into some readable steps. Okay,
correct, agreed.
ठीक है. मीन्स रिसर्च पेपर का भी एक्सपीरियंस है, बट अब तो कोई रिसर्च नहीं करना पड़ रहा ना, अब तो कोई रिसर्च पेपर नहीं लिखना पड़ रहा.
नहीं, कुछ लिखना पड़ रहा है, because though I like writing, but it takes a lot of time. It actually does. And despite the fact that I would like to make a return, but I haven't really thought of something like that yet. इतना time नहीं है. I'm learning.
Okay, जैसे you were mentioning कि अगर network security और security line में अगर कोई interest रखता है, उसको उसमें कोई specific internship करना चाहिए. Did you do any internship on security specifically?
I did not get the opportunity to.
Okay, and do you know any good internships about security and network security?
Currently, okay, so openings do keep coming. It's good to join some LinkedIn group for this. There are lots of groups for there, like for students also, and for people who are already there in the industry as well. So you can search around LinkedIn for these groups. I might have seen 1 or 2 of them. I really don't remember the name of the company, so can't list that out. But then there. I have actually been guiding few kids who are connected with me on LinkedIn, so I keep sending them things all the time.
Okay, that's the way to go. Okay, अब returning on the मतलब हमारा favorite topic जो आज हम discuss कर रहे हैं, security पे. अच्छा, जैसे मेरा ना एक यहाँ पे बहुत specific question है. जैसे मैंने देखा है जब students college में आते हैं, जैसे obviously आजकल तो Gmail ID सबके पास ही है, मतलब email ID सबके पास ही है. So जैसे for example जब वो जैसे उनको first year में as such कोई सिखाता नहीं है कि resume कैसे बनाना है and क्या-क्या resume में डालना है. तो जैसे उनको अगर जैसे कहीं पे कुछ अप्लाई करना होता है कि जैसे एक स्टूडेंट के पास एक ही ईमेल आईडी है, वो वही सब जगह भेजता रहता है. सो मैं बेसिकली हरमीत आपसे ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि फ्रॉम अ स्टूडेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू हु इज अ कॉलेज स्टूडेंट, उसके लिए क्या क्या सिक्योरिटी स्टेप्स और क्या क्या लाइक जैसे कहते हैं ना, जैसे आजकल इंटरनेट सब यूज करते हैं, स्मार्टफोन सब यूज करते हैं, गैजेट सब यूज करते हैं, एवरीबडी, मतलब मुझे नहीं लगता कि सबके मतलब हार्डली कोई होता है कि जिसके पास एक ही गैजेट होता है, मतलब एक लैपटॉप एक फोन तो सबके पास ही होता है, राइट? सो मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ कि फ्रॉम अ स्टूडेंट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू जब वो कॉलेज शुरू करते हैं या कॉलेजेस में, उनको क्या सिक्योरिटी एस्पेक्ट्स अपने माइंड में रखना चाहिए व्हाइल गोइंग अबाउट देयर कॉलेज लाइफ?
By that, like how they protect their devices.
Yes, how they protect their devices and their identity and all that.
Okay. So first of all, ये हम बहुत बड़ी गलती करते हैं कि हम हर जगह पे सब कुछ पोस्ट करते रहते हैं because we feel like that everybody should know about us. But obscuring few things is really important that I also do on my resume as well. That is मैं अपनी email ID अपने resume से protected रखती हूँ. Till the point when required. Like if I'm sending it to some recruiter, I make sure that my email ID is there. Otherwise, make sure that the email ID is obscured. जैसे I have my own website. So उस website पे मेरा resume है, so I don't leave it out in the open, the email ID. But when I share it, I add it over there. Your phone number should always be there on the resume, but only when you're sharing it with the recruiter and not out in the open.
Not
and
out
specifically for females, you might receive calls which are unwanted, unsolicited.
Yes.
So make sure you are obscuring that. For your email ID, I would say that आप अपना general email ID ही रखो. But if you want to protect your email ID, of course, everyone needs to have two-factor authentication on at all times. Use a complex password. Very important because Gmail hack नहीं होगा. But then the only thing is that if you have a guessable password, it's easy to crack. Like so many people have passwords like I love you. Like who keeps passwords like that?
I love my dog.
I love my dog. Everybody does that. And then otherwise it will be a password that's related to your name. Some people are really cool and they think that हम password को password ही रखेंगे तो किसी को पता नहीं लगेगा. But ऐसा कुछ है नहीं. So we have a huge list of cracking passwords all the time.
Yes,
So
password. My password is hidden. ये है password.
Yes, these kinds of things happen. So make sure you're having strong passwords and share information with people as much as necessary and not beyond it.
मुझे तो लगता है कि इवन लोकेशन स्पेसिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन भी ऐसे मतलब नहीं पोस्ट करना चाहिए ऑन रियल टाइम. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे फॉर फीमेल्स आल्सो, जैसे आप किसी कॉन्सर्ट में, जैसे अभी तो कुछ नहीं, कॉन्सर्ट में गए हो एंड कॉन्सर्ट में यू आर लाइक मेकिंग, आजकल जैसे इट्स अ वेरी बिग ट्रेंड ऑफ मेकिंग लाइव वीडियोस and on the live video you're putting like the location also, of course, so obviously the whole world gets to know you're there right now. And maybe you know, matlab basically you, I mean, I don't know, you become a target or not, but everybody knows your location now. Anybody can approach you, or you know, जैसे एक nearby feature भी होता है social media पे, like
right. That's actually a physical security issue that people around you know where you are. And that is like scary because someday you're going to get approached by somebody and then you'll be like, yaar, tujhe mera address kaise pata?
Exactly.
And sometimes hum actually sochte nahi and we keep tagging places all the time. And sometimes we're tagging all the cafes that are around us. And that actually helps us to pinpoint ki aap ho kahan pe exactly. That is also how I actually, I don't know. I actually found my best friend at one place that way. She was not talking to me, so I just pinpointed her with all the places.
Okay, you tracked her, है ना?
You can say that, like that just happens. Like अगर आपको पता है कि ये बंदा इस जगह जा सकता है, so that will happen. After that, she hid every other place in the world because she's like, अगर तू ये कर सकती है तो कोई और भी कर सकता है. But then that happens. That actually does happen. I'm not any stalker, but that does happen. That's very common.
So जैसे हम लोग जैसे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स जैसे जॉब के लिए ईमेल्स भेजते हैं, रिक्रूटर्स को अप्रोच करते हैं, तो डू यू थिंक दे शुड हैव लाइक one email ID or like 2 or 3 email IDs for different purposes, like for security point of view?
I would say that one should definitely be for your for your resumes. One good reason behind it is that एक तो manage करना मुश्किल हो जाता है यार. I would actually say it's so difficult. Like so many mails coming together, shopping emails साथ में आ रही है आपको, and then you have resumes. But that's only from a fun perspective. But coming to the security point, I would say yes, definitely. That is because I would say that recruiters will not turn around and say ki nahi yaar, this person I really like, I will go pinging them. But sometimes you might end up with these things, or they might end up sharing it with somebody else, or it just happens.
बहुत सारे जॉब पोर्टल्स में जब हम अपना रिज्यूमे अपलोड करते हैं, बच्चों को नहीं पता होता है, स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं पता होता है, इट्स एक्चुअली आउट इन द ओपन. Means
yes,
anybody they just need to log in. अब log in तो कोई भी कर लेगा, कुछ भी email ID या phone number डाल के. Once they log in, XYZ, anybody, he or she might not be a recruiter even, but they can see your complete resume there with everything, your address, maybe your phone number, everything.
Yes, that's correct. And many times people even add their photographs to the resume, and that is so easy for you to pinpoint. क्योंकि आजकल Google search engine के साथ सब कुछ integrated and image search करना, it's so easy now. So I would be able to find out that person so easily. So like जैसे मैंने पहले मेंशन किया, share only as much as necessary. For the email ID, yes, I would say keep it separate so that at least at one point of time when you would like need to go get away from that and probably separate out your personal life from that, you can do that definitely. Um, you should actually, and make sure that you're
मुझे
just
तो ये
sharing
बिल्कुल
as
लगता है,
much
you know, you should keep your professional you know
life separate from
life
personal life.
separate from personal life. मैं सिर्फ life की बात नहीं कर रही, I'm talking about all the email IDs. Even मुझे तो लगता है phone number भी, you should have a different phone number for your
Oh,
professional, you should have
yes,
a different phone
yes.
number for your private thing. And मतलब
Actually,
तो मुझे लगता है कि ये सारी चीजें जो भी हम लोग ये आजकल करते हैं ना, तो मुझे लगता है कि there should be a clear जिसे कहते हैं ना एकदम limit between your professional phase and personal phase.
I totally agree with that. Reason being, in fact, industry may not a lot of people like to connect with you on Instagram or Facebook until you leave that company. There's a reason behind it. Not everything is for sharing. When once you're in your professional space, you should be sharing only as much as your profession goes. Somebody should not be, judging you for probably the clothes you're wearing off office. That's not how it should be. And not only that, for the phone numbers, आजकल इतना ज़्यादा social integration है हमारा phone number के साथ. I am calling somebody and then that person can, look up my photograph on WhatsApp.
Yes,
And that's
yes.
not how it should happen. That's not what should be doing. What people should be doing. And Truecaller, maybe you have your information out there and people can search up your name, your email ID, your Facebook, in fact, is linked with there. People are even putting the phone numbers on Facebook. Like, how do you do that?
Yes, I've seen that. Yes, yes.
Yes, so it's really necessary that you keep your professional sphere absolutely separate from your personal life. And in fact, industry mein aake, I think everybody understands this because there are so many times that you don't want your professional life seeping into your personal life because somebody might ask you, yaar, tera isse breakup ho gaya. And then that would
that's so
start affecting
personal. Yes,
you professionally also.
yes.
So no, that should be absolutely separate. I agree with you on that.
Yes, that's means obviously means I also feel the same. मतलब आप जो कह रहे हो ना, I completely agree with it completely.
Yeah.
Means मुझे लगता है कि मुझे लगता है कि जो young students होते हैं ना, means who are just 17, 18 years, they should be educated about it,
Yes.
because this digital security should not be taken lightly. It should not be taken
Not at
lightly.
all.
हाँ,
Sometimes we don't even realize what we're sharing.
Yes, पता है बहुत बार पता है कैसे होता है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल जैसे आपने अपनी फोटोग्राफ शेयर किया फॉर लेट्स से योर कंपनीज वेबसाइट, जैसे वेबसाइट में फोटो होता है ना, ये मैंने ही देखा है, दैट फोटोग्राफ एंडेड अप इन सम अदर प्लेस, लाइक सम अदर वेबसाइट ऑफ समथिंग, आई डोंट नो, जैसे जस्ट डायल टाइप, वहां पे आपकी फोटो लगी हुई means मैंने जैसे मैंने फेस किया है, तो मैं then I went to the जैसे जो वेबसाइट डेवलपर है, like I ask why my photo is there, like this is the same photo I submitted for the website. That means your website is not like anybody can copy paste anything from there, right?
I agree.
So एक
Actually,
तो मुझे ये लगता है कि इस वेबसाइट्स में ये जो कॉपी पेस्ट फीचर होता है, is there any way to delimit that?
Well, going by social media, things are not actually in your control because it's somebody else's website.
Yes.
So it's somebody else's application. But they actually have features like Facebook has this lock feature that they have introduced very recently. It should have been done a while back, like a long time back. People
Yes.
say, stealing off your profile pictures. So I would actually say that, if you're not going to limit what you're sharing, you're going to end up at 50 other places and play with people who mean the wrong intentions.
Yes.
Recently, the scam was going on that, somebody else made a profile with your picture, your name, and then they're going to ask the other person for money. And this was happening, and it's very prevalent also. And that is something that, you need to make sure that you are only sharing as much as required. Social media has become a trend where everybody is just thinking of sharing everything, and in the end you're going to probably be a picture on some weird website.
Yes.
So please make sure that you are using profile guards on probably Facebook, and with LinkedIn you are only sharing your profile with people whom you know and not like the entire Google search engine. In fact, I did not even see that LinkedIn implemented this feature and my picture was available on Google also. I recently turned that off. So these kinds of things really need, you need to make sure that you're not sharing with everybody. And it's not only for people whom you don't know, it's also for, for maintaining some sort of privacy. There should be some sort of privacy unless you're some influencer and you need to share your life. But even those people talk about it all the time on YouTube that I don't want to, completely mix my YouTube life with my personal life. So
but मुझे वो समझ में थोड़ा कैसे, जो लोग एक्चुअली में अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ शेयर कर रहे हैं, Means every day they are actually showing their house, then showing their locality and showing what they are doing, where they are going, where they are shopping. तो आपको लगता है कि ये different रहेगा उनका actual life unless and until they are actually acting in it? But I don't think you can separate it.
I also don't think so, but I think it depends on like the YouTuber itself. Like for some, personal life for them means that they're separating out their their life involving their boyfriend, their family, and everything else. So
their
for
marriage.
them, that is a separation. Yes, their marriage. That
Maybe
kind of separation.
A lot of them, their kids. They don't want
yes, their kids. They don't want, and specifically these celebrities are all the time protecting. Meghan Markle is all the time protecting her child. So, with every other person, they have a different sense of security. For us, for you and me, I'm quite sure it would be that we are protecting our location, we are protecting our picture.
Yes. We think like engineers. We think like computer. But I am not like, obviously, I'm comfortable nahi hongi to share my location all the time. In fact, obviously, everybody uploads holiday pictures and, pictures on social media. But, I'm the, least... The least favorite feature of mine is like putting the location. I never put it.
I agree. For some people who are not in touch with tech, like even my own mom, like she's a teacher, but she's not in touch with tech. She's a math teacher and she's teaching kids in a school, and she doesn't really understand technology. And suddenly COVID has like thrown her off the hook totally. So getting a grasp of these kinds of things and then learning that how data can go wrong is something like it's eye-opening for her. So I just hope that people who are hearing this, please open your eyes and go and secure your profiles right now.
Yes, and not only secure your profiles, your parents and people who are not exactly that tech savvy around you. Unka
make everyone aware.
Okay, that's really means informative about security. I think in बारे में कोई बात ही नहीं करता, सब सिर्फ social media में share करने में लगे रहते हैं. ये सब nobody talks about it. कि nobody cares. वरना ये जो Edward Snowden है, you know Edward Snowden, like he's constantly, like now he's in Russia and he constantly talks about it. Ki, what, you are being monitored. Your life is being monitored, and this is scary.
Well, it actually is all the time. Whatever you're using, even if you see the audio feature of Google, it's sometimes picking up some snippets which you did not think of got picked up, and like you might hear kinds of conversations that you might have had at some point of time, and you'll be like, "Yeah, मैंने ये बात की थी, मुझे पता भी नहीं है." And this got shared with
placement, like you talk about some product and next day you start seeing ads on it. So
well, yes, that might be probably because of the integration of Google with everything in our life.
Yes.
So maybe not even Google, like you have Alexa sitting right at your home at your beckoning. I'm just imagining if someday Alexa gets hacked, and the technology with Alexa, it's going to be a wreck.
And even credit cards are connected to it, like
Yes.
US and there are countries like वहाँ पे Alexa say you can shop, like please buy this off Amazon. So instantly the payment is made and it starts.
Yeah. And the good part is that at least we have a CVV feature in our country.
In our country, this is not same everywhere. Like I've been to other countries where you just swipe a card, and I mean I have faced card fraud also. Like after returning from a holiday, like I just swiped a card somewhere and मतलब पैसे कट जाते हैं. But India में आके maybe उस that machine was compromised or anything. Like India में आके मेरे को अचानक से SMS मिल रहा है कि this many dollars have deducted from your card and this and 15 SMSs of dollar deduction.
Yeah, that happens. So actually, in fact, I was shopping for this Europe May. I was just shopping on like Amazon.de. So that's the German Amazon. So over there, सीधा अपने credit card अपना डाला वहाँ पे information and cut. And I'm like, no OTP, nothing. Wow, that's nice. And our country is at least putting an OTP there. And reason हमारे यहाँ पे fraud levels are really high. And despite the fact that OTP, not everyone is aware that you're not supposed to share your OTP. That's the worst thing. And people get calls that, hi, OTP share karna. Like, these kinds of things are happening.
This YouTube, sorry, not YouTube, that Netflix series with Jamtara. Yes. Jamtara, like, that, have you seen that? Like how they sweet talk information out of you?
I actually don't watch series, but I have heard about it and I've seen its trailer. So yes, that is actually a true thing and that does happen. So
yes, I think you should watch it. Recommendation hai mera.
Sure.
Given that you are in the security field. Okay, matlab that's really, so जैसे पूछना चाहती हूँ, जैसे right now you're working for Paytm. So Paytm is like it's into banking and it's been like one of the first wallets and all. So how seriously does Paytm takes its security?
Very very seriously. Like रातों रात something will come up and you'll be like, oh no, okay, ये गया, करो इसे फटाफट. So it's actually like this, that we are actually always on our toes with security at all points of time. We always have to make sure that our, you know, the whatever buying is happening, because we actually have our transaction gateways, like we have our payment gateways integrated with so many merchants, and like so many people are making UPI transactions and then, you know, wallet transactions. So it's very important that our payment gateway is very secure. So that is like the main point, like the focus point, and we always make sure that that is like the protection point from where we start. And we actually also have a bounty program, so we actually invite other security researchers to come and, you know, help us out, like wherever we might lack, they might come in, because more minds means more security. So they help us out with that. So definitely we have security of every other aspect, and it's very important for us. It is very important because you know, recently.
Actually, मेरा ना यहाँ पे एक question है. जैसे for example, a lot of whenever some security theft or security fraud happens on the customer's end, like mostly it has been seen means 70% it has been the client or customer's fault that security
Yes.
breach happened. Is it true?
That is what I was going to tell. Yes, it is actually true. Specifically given cards, be it credit cards, be it even wallets, be it Paytm, be it MobiKwik, be it any other organization that you're working with. So the thing is that so many times, even with the OTP thing, I am not telling you to give the OTP, right? Like given my organization, we did not tell you to share the OTP. We did not tell you to, you know, update the KYC details without our knowledge. So why are you doing it? It's your fault. You need to be aware that this is something you do not share. You do not share CVVs. You do not share your card details. These kinds of things are something that, you know, going digital means that you also need to make your customer digital. They need to be aware of what can go wrong with whatever they're using. They need to be aware of it. And 70% you can say it is because of them. That is because they will come up that this deduction has happened, and then we're like, अच्छा बताना जरा क्या incident था, एक बार explain करो, and then they start explaining, and then we're like, we did not ask you to do that.
Yes,
why did you do that? It's your fault. And then they will not agree.
हाँ means हाँ जैसे होता है ना कि who agrees, like अपने mistake nobody, you know, owns up mostly.
Well, when it's involving money, nobody wants to. It's very true.
Yes.
And specifically when large money amounts get siphoned off of you, nobody wants to lose that money. And so people go into a panic mode and kuch bhi karo, get that money back. So that happens. But security is really important. We take it very seriously here.
Okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know. Means बहुत जैसे बहुत जगह पे और actually में client customer की गलती है, but they blame the company कि you know मेरे पैसे लुट गए यार, you know मेरा पैसा.
No, it's very much taken up professionally. It's always like handled with a lot of care, because our customers are our bread and butter. So
I recently heard of a scam. One of my friend, like you know, his colleague basically उन लोगों ने उसको एक OLX पे एक अच्छी सी बाइक दिखी, बहुत ही अच्छी फोटो वाली बाइक एंड बहुत ही like new and all, and उसका प्राइस was also very less. Like that bike was supposed to be for 2 lakh, but वो OLX पे दिखा रहे 65,000 का. ठीक है. तो उसने कहा कि जैसे you know the seller is saying कि I am a army officer, this is my ID की फोटो लगा रखी है एक army officer की. उसके बाद he is saying कि I am just leaving the town right now, and this bike is like, you know, I'll put it up in the जैसे पता नहीं some bunker or मतलब some basically some storage facility. So आपको लेना है तो आप अभी like you know transfer half the money and you collect it from the airport. I'm leaving and I'm like leaving the bike there. So you know his friend like you know he transferred around like through Paytm only. He transferred around जैसे Paytm में जैसे for example जिनके शुरू में KYC होता है, there is some limit of cash transfer and all. So he transferred in 4 transaction 40,000 rupees of 10,000 each, and उसके बाद अचानक से that number is like they stopped responding. And उसके बाद he is like trying to call them कि कहाँ से बाइक पिकअप करना है. तो फिर उस दूसरे एंड में एक बंदे ने कहा हाँ आप आ जाओ, लाइक हम यू नो वी आर रेडी. तो जैसे ही वो एयरपोर्ट के यू नो एयरपोर्ट तक जाता है, वहां पे वही पुलिस घुसने नहीं रहती है कि लाइक यू नो नहीं आप इस एरिया में तो जा ही नहीं सकते. You know, he lost 40,000 and then he's, you know, running around police to file an FIR now for a cyber fraud.
Yeah, so well, definitely customers' fault. क्या जरूरत थी यार 65,000 के बाइक logically सोच लेना चाहिए था.
Yes. So, and he's like, he's calling Paytm also, like, मैंने तो Paytm transfer किया, जिसको transfer किया उसके detail मेरे को दो and all.
But we can't actually share customer details. Like that's not that's like personally identifiable information. That's called as PII, and that's sensitive. Like even while we are handling PII, it's part of our security to keep it like secure for everyone. I cannot share your details. That is like breach of our contract with you. So that kind of thing does happen. It's upsetting for the customers, but handling it professionally, I think our team is doing a great job.
Yes, that's really cool to know. It's really cool. Okay, Harmeet, so मेरा मतलब kind of last question होगा. जैसे for example, what kind of suggestions you would like to give your younger self, or let's say somebody who is in first year and second year, and कोई स्टूडेंट है जो कि क्लूलेस है, कि उसको पता ही नहीं है कि मे बी उसको कोडिंग भी अच्छा लगता है, मे बी उसको कुछ और भी अच्छा लगता है, तो हाउ टू फिगर आउट व्हाट यू एग्जैक्टली लाइक?
Well, if I start with my own self, I started with no idea of wanting to be in tech. Actually, I was like, I really loved the tech part. I really love engineering, and I did from first year itself. But then, going by in second year, maybe my thought process started changing because I was a bit scared of coding at that time. And I started thinking that maybe I am like speaking well also, I can represent a product well also, that I think I may be cut out for MBA.
MBA
And then
management.
Smart India Hackathon happened. Yes. And then Smart India Hackathon happened, and these kinds of things happened. And I was like, I can represent things so well. I can probably like do marketing really well. And forget marketing also, I think I can work really good with statistics and analysis.
Yes.
And so that is the point where I thought that maybe tech is not like made for me. But if I was there, like at that point of time, I would just tell myself that, dude, you know what? Take it slow. This is not the time where you start panicking because of one thing that just happened, and then you decide that, okay, let me throw away my entire engineering career. That is not how it happens. Take it slow, explore more opportunities. There is so many things out there. I am, for one, very thankful that I was allowed to mend back my career to engineering when I started off in EY, because I was not placed in the tech department. I was shifted to the business analysis department. I was lucky enough, but not everybody will
EY
be.
was
So,
your
like,
campus placement, right?
yes, EY was my campus placement. I was placed into risk management, and then probably they had a lot of people there, so they shifted me to business analytics for a while. So when I was there, I realized I wasn't cut out for it. I didn't want to be in the MBA analytics side, and I was happy in tech. So I shifted back to cybersecurity. That's where it started. So going back to that point, and for all the people who are watching, I would just say, don't jump to conclusions. Just because you can't code doesn't mean that tomorrow you will not be able to do it at all. It's not like that. Give it a try, keep trying. It's very important that you don't make up a mindset. Like, there are so many kids out there who just have this mindset that, yaar, coding नहीं हो रही तो नहीं हो रही, आगे भी
Yes,
नहीं होगी,
yes,
कभी भी नहीं होगी. It's
yes,
not
yes.
like that. You have to break out of it. Just like brave yourself up. So at that point, if I could go back in time, I would tell myself that, dude, just sit with the Java book a bit longer, okay? Just stop running away from it. So look at all the career choices available. MBA is a great option to go to if you want to. If tech is a great option if you want to, but then just like weigh your career choice. That can you do this all the time? Give it a good thought. And I would just say that practice, try to get some industry experience so that you know what you're signing up for. And at any point of time you feel like this is not what you want to do, then switch.
And networking, जैसे हमने बीच में बात किया.
Networking helps so much. That is because it was networking that first of all got me into business analytics, and it was networking that got me back to tech. So that is something really important, because when I had my peers around me, people used to tell me that, यार तेरे बोलने के skills अच्छे हैं, तू product management भी बहुत अच्छा कर लेता है. I think that is the point where I started thinking कि नहीं, tech is not cut out for me. That is the point where I faltered. Don't listen to everybody. Listen to your own self first of all, and explore. Just explore your options before you blindly jump. Don't jump.
Yes,
I
मतलब
would
you
say
should
that.
you should मतलब see, information सारी available है. One, main thing is you have to search for it and you have to find it. And उस
Yeah.
finding के process में talk to people, talk to your peers, talk to your seniors, talk to your teachers. सब लोग आपको बहुत अच्छा
Actually,
insight दे देंगे.
definitely. And if your parents are saying something, they're not probably forcing you. I would just throw that in. That is because my parents were behind my life, that you are doing probably wrong, throwing it away. We've seen you do great in tech, so don't throw it away. And I would say my dad was so right about it. I was running away and he just was like, कान पकड़ के वापस खींचने की कोशिश. I kept running away, but listen to everybody around you. Your decision is your own. Don't like listen to other people completely, but talk to them, because then they will tell you about how their experience is going, what they thought was different. Club it together and make your own decision. That is what I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Means I got a lot of information about security, and security and network security now is like, मैं जब college में थी, it was one of my favorite subjects. मैं बहुत like मेरे marks भी अच्छे आए थे network security में, and मेरे को पढ़ना बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. Means solving the equations or numericals based on RSA and DS मेरे को बहुत fun लगता है. It's very fun. Anyways, मतलब it challenges your brain. So thank you Harmeet, thank you so much. Means I loved interacting with you. मतलब मुझे एक बार के लिए भी ऐसा नहीं लगा कि मैं जैसे let's say तुम्हें सिर्फ specific questions पूछ रही हूँ and तुम उसके specific answers दे रही हो. Like you were like very मतलब holistic नहीं, मतलब overall view of everything कि हाँ security ऐसा भी हो सकता है, वैसा भी हो सकता है, and ये भी कर सकते हैं, वो भी कर सकते हैं. Amazing. So any last words from you, like for the younger lot?
I would just say that take it headstrong. Don't feel knocked out. You are no less than anyone. And जितने भी तुम सारे college में बैठे हुए हो, you're actually at the same platform. You're going to start from zero in the industry. And if you are lacking anywhere, just make up for it. But the industry will anyways push you to make up for it. So
yes,
be out there. Make sure you're doing your best. Get your skills together, and just your skills are going to make all the difference. Just go for the skills. That's it.
Okay. Bye then, Harmeet. See you later. And मुझे लगता है कि there is more brain picking to do maybe in later sessions, but that will be it for today. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.